Welcome to Take 5 with the Regional Chamber. I'm Kim Calvert. 2014 is now in full swing as we prepare to say goodbye to January and hopefully these ridiculously freezing temperatures. Next up, of course, is the month of hearts and flowers. Valentine's Day is right around the corner and we have a special edition of Take 5 today to help you prepare. First, we'll take you to Antone's Banquet Center in Boardman, where owner Ross Shauna and executive chef Devlin Shauna show us how easy it is to prepare a delicious meal for your Valentine.
We're going to teach you how to make filet, and you can make it many different ways. We're going to make it with wild mushrooms in a port reduction wine sauce, and it's really easy to do, so your sweetheart will really love you for Valentine's Day. We're going to take a little bit of butter and throw it in here. When I say a little bit, I use a lot of butter, so we're going to take a lot. And Devlin's going to start the filet over there, and I'm actually going to do the wild mushrooms on this side. So we're going to take some portobello mushrooms. We're going to take some domestic mushrooms, and we're going to take some shiitake mushrooms. You can use oyster mushrooms. You can use many different kinds of mushrooms, but we didn't want to make it so it's so difficult for you that you can't actually make it. So we wanted to make it as simple as possible. We're going to put a little bit of fresh garlic in here. Now, it's the taste. I like garlic, so I make mine a little more garlic. We're going to take a little bit of kosher salt, and we're going to throw some kosher salt in here, and some coarse black pepper. And again, you don't want to use too much salt, because at the end here we're going to have a port wine reduction that has a little bit of a salty flavor to it. And we're just going to stir those around. You can flip them around, you can stir them around. It depends how good you are in the kitchen. And Devlin's sauteing this beautiful filet. If you don't want to deal with, when you go to the grocery store or your favorite butcher shop, like Catullo's, they'll actually take that silver and that fat off for you, and it makes it much easier at home. So we're roasting these wild mushrooms down. Devlin's sauteing his filet medallions, and you can see how quick this went. It didn't take a whole long time to do this.
I'm only searing these pretty much, because once you're done cooking them on here, you want to put them in your pan over there with your sauce, and you want to bind everything together.
So he's going to take some of this demi-glaze that we did, and he's going to put it right in the pan there, and we're going to put a little bit of this port wine reduction that we did in there. And then he's just going to mix
a little bit of beef base.
That beef base, and it'll come out absolutely fabulous. And we're going to put them right on top of this wild mushrooms, and you're going to have an excellent dish for your sweetheart. And if you use heavy whipping cream, which we're using, it works a lot better. It's going to thicken it up, and it's going to give it a wonderful taste. If you don't want to be more healthy and you don't want to use the cream, that's fine too. And you can get anything for a garnish. You can get basil, you can get rosemary. We're going to use a little bit of rosemary to just add some color to the plate. If you want, you can get some strawberries or raspberries, since it is Valentine's Day, and put them around the plate. And we're just going to take a couple pieces of rosemary and top this off, and you have a beautiful dinner for two. It didn't take very much time at all, and not only that, it's not real expensive. Like I say, if you go to a butcher shop and they clean it totally for you, you will absolutely have an easy job doing this, even if you can't cook. So this is our wonderful presentation for Valentine's Day, and may you have a beautiful, wonderful, happy Valentine's Day.
The link to the recipe for the filet medallions with wild mushrooms and creamy port wine reduction sauce can be found on our website at regionalchamber.com. You'll find it on our homepage right under the posting of this edition of Take 5. It's no surprise that Valentine's Day is one of the busiest times of the year for flower shops. In fact, at Dick Adgate Florist in Warren, 75% of the shop's total rose sales for the year comes during the holiday known for flowers and chocolate.
Valentine's Day is definitely our busiest time, where we have the most customers in here and most sales.
Rebecca Norman, Sales and Marketing Manager at Dick Adgate Florist, tells us they prepare for Valentine's Day in January and usually double in staff for the week leading up to the holiday. They start the Valentine season with about 1,000 roses. Sometimes they have to order more, and they always sell out. But Rebecca says although roses are classic, they're not the only option when it comes to the perfect Valentine.
We're trying to kind of let people know there are other ways to celebrate occasions. There are other kinds of flowers to send. Roses aren't the end-all and be-all.
There are tulips and orchids, lilies and calla lilies. All can be made into a beautiful arrangement. And at Dick Adgate, their goal is to get to know their customers so they can help you create the perfect gift.
Our creed since 1939 has always been to provide the best in service, the best in flowers, and the best in accessories. And what we really aim to do is get to know our customers. You know, we don't want to just be that place where you go in and, you know, somebody rings you out and that's it. We want to, we want to be a part of the community. We want to know your name.
Dick Adgate currently has locations in Warren and Boardman, and they're now preparing to open their third store in the Giant Eagle Plaza in Liberty. They also carry a variety of gift merchandise, so if you're looking for chocolate, plush, gourmet foods, or a wide range of other items, they can be your one-stop shop for Valentine's Day. If you would like to see some of what Dick Adgate has to offer, go online to dickadgateflorist.com. And finally, as we wrap up this special Valentine's Day edition of Take 5, take a look at some of these interesting stats regarding the day that's all about love. According to the Retail Advertising and Marketing Association, annual Valentine's Day spending amounts to more than $13 billion, and the average consumer spends $116. 180 million cards are exchanged each year, and 196 million roses are sold. While 85% of the cards are bought by women, men buy 73% of the flowers. Cards are the gift most given, followed by candy and flowers. Nearly 62% of consumers celebrate Valentine's Day, but don't think if you're in the other 48% that you don't have to. 53% of women said they would end their relationships if they didn't receive a gift on this day. So with that in mind, you probably want to start shopping for your sweetheart now. Thank you for joining us for this edition of Take 5. We'll see you again in a couple of weeks. Until then, stay warm. With the Regional Chamber, I'm Kim Calvert.
Take 5 with the Regional Chamber is produced by Mahoning Valley Productions, where we tell your stories.